Testing, testing, testing. Can you hear me? So, just because none of you heard that, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is your Realtor Hugo here with another live. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be doing disaster preparedness for homeowners, 10 essential tips for keeping your home and family safe. I messed that up 3 times. Let's just get on with the live. If you have any questions, feel free and reach out on your platform of choice. I really do appreciate it. Number one, create an emergency kit. Start by putting together a basic emergency kit. Include water, non-perishable food, a flashlight, batteries, and a first aid kit, medications, and important documents. This kit should be easily accessible in case you need to evacuate quickly. Also, make sure that everyone in the family knows where the kid is so that no one is left wondering and then, okay, what's going to happen here? What's really the use of an emergency kit if no one can find it during the emergency. So, number two, develop a family emergency plan. Ensure everyone in your household knows what to do in case of a disaster. Plan and practice evacuation routes and establish a communication plan to stay in touch if separated. Number three, secure important documents. Keep copies of important documents like IDs, insurance papers, and property records in a waterproof and fireproof safe. Consider digital backups stored in the cloud for extra security. Double and triplicate everything. You want one physical copy, one digital copy, and then one other digital copy. If you can't have it separate from the same system, you should preferably have it in its own siloed sort of storehouse, because you never want two of the copies of your documentations to ever be in the same place at the same time. For safety, if anything happens to them, okay, what happens? That's why at least you want to have three. If two, God forbid, happens to two of them, something happens to two of them, you have at least one other copy to recover safely, because some of those documents can take up to months to recuperate. So, number four, strengthen your home. Inspect and reinforce your home to withstand nature and withstand natural disasters. Secure heavy furniture. Check the stability of your roof and consider storm shutters or impact resistant windows. Some of those investments are truly worth their weight in gold. They can not only look good, but can also protect your investment, which is your home, one of the biggest things in the world. Number five, stay informed. Sign up for local emergency alerts and weather updates. Download apps that provide real-time information on disasters in your area to stay ahead of any imminent danger. As soon as I get a seismic activity warning, as soon as I get a tornado warning or inclement weather warning, I have that programmed in my phone. Montgomery County has a number. I believe you can access it through 311, but don't quote me on that. I will check out the number for you for the weather text alerts, but it is awesome. It really lets you know whenever there's an emergency, and it has never failed me. So it has really set me prepared, and a little bit of preparation can go a long way. I'm always on the road. I'm always out and about, and sometimes these storms catch me. So the other day I was caught right after a storm, and it can be rough, but knowing where the storm is, how far the storm is away from you, can really save your life. So stay informed. Number six, know your insurance coverage. Review your homeowner's insurance policy to ensure it covers disasters common in your area. Consider additional coverage for floods, earthquakes, and other specific risks. Ladies and gentlemen, the new report for the tornado belt has come out. If you are not aware of this report, please do me a favor and Google tornado belt and just look at where the new line of tornadoes is. It's shifted. And I'll save you the hassle of having to look for it. It's moved substantially, and we're seeing it where it used to be a lot more concentrated in Georgia. It's actually started to spread out a lot further towards the south, along the southern border, probably all the way through Texas. So it is flattening down on the lower, but it's even going as far up as in Maryland. So it's very interesting to see. We haven't typically seen tornadoes here often. And in the last 3 days, we've seen upwards of 13. So it's been quite an adventure. Number 7, prepare for power outages. Have a backup power source like a generator or solar powered chargers for your device. Stock up on batteries and ensure you have a plan to keep essential appliances running. I don't have my water bottle. I have a water bottle that has a wireless charger inside of it. If you know anything about me, you know that I love tech. And it has a charger built into the water bottle. So it's always with me. If ever I run out of charge, I have an emergency backup. I have emergency backups in my car, emergency backups in a bag, in a bug out bag. I have emergency um, power sources in my emergency kit. These are all actually suggestions I've taken. A lot of the stuff that we talk about is very hard to apply, but this is something that anyone can do, whether you're a tenant or a homeowner. Number 8, protect your pets. Include pets in your emergency plan. Make sure they have collars and updated identifications, and prepare a pet emergency kit with food, water, and other essentials. Make sure Fluffy and everybody else on the troop is taken care of and accounted for. I know in a moment of worry, it can be very hard to find the animals. Don't risk your life over the animal. I assure you, the animal probably has better instincts than we do. Save yourself if you're unable to find your animal. But if you do know where your animal is, if you have a very close relationship with your animal and can aid it in its exit, by all means, have that plan in your head of what is going to happen or where you guys are going to go and what you guys are going to do. I just know off the top of my head, I've thought about this a lot, and a pillowcase for a very rambunctious cat can go a long way. And I'll leave it at that. In an emergency, if you need to get out of the house very quickly and don't want to lose your little feline friend, if you have a pillowcase and just manage to get it over them, you could really save yourself a lot of headache. It can be a little bit scary, but it's a lot better to be a little bit scared as a cat than to end up as a crisp inside of a house. So at least that's my thought as a pet owner as well. Number 9, learn basic first aid. Enroll in a first aid and CPR course. Knowing how to handle minor injuries can be crucial during a disaster when medical help may be delayed. Your involvement in saving someone's life is probably the difference between them staying alive and not. I know nowadays it's very difficult for people to feel inclined to help each other. I saw the other day that someone sued someone else because they were resuscitated. Um, we live in very strange times, but doing the right thing is never out of fashion. So do what you can. Don't, you know, you gotta you gotta take that one with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, you have to do what speaks to you. And if getting involved speaks to you, then I'm pretty sure that you're the type of person that stands behind their choices. So I don't think you'll carry either way, because you know what you're there to do. But at the end of the day, know these basics, because a little bit of preventive first aid and CPR can prolong the life of someone, can prevent a tragedy from happening, and might save a life from severe cardiac arrest or stroke. Number 10, last one for this evening, community involvement. Get to know your neighbors and create a community emergency response plan. Work together. Working together can increase your chances of staying safe and recovering quickly after a disaster. I have been very fortunate to go to communities where everyone knows each other and people have lived there for decades, and the kids have grown up and the kids have kids in that complex, and it's amazing when you see them all gathered around, even when there are tragedies and adversity, or like something like an earthquake where most people commune outside. The amount of community response there is for situations like this, and how quickly a community can rally around a problem, is amazing. I'll always highlight the implementation of the Amber Alert. When the Amber Alert came to be, everyone was like, what? This is so weird. But the amount of cases that have been solved because of community involvement, because of things such as the Amber Alert, are incredible. So, staying involved in your community can be tough. There are a lot of people in your community, a lot of different personalities, a lot of different faces, but know that you are part of that community, and that a lot of these disasters will impact not only yourself, but your community. And in these moments, we have to work together. When tragedy strikes, we have nothing but each other and God to really help us out. So I don't want to delve too much into that. But if you just joined us today, the topic for today was disaster preparedness for homeowners, 10 essential tips for keeping your home and family safe. Number one was create an emergency plan. Number two was develop a family emergency plan. Oh, excuse me. Number one was create an emergency kit. Number two was develop a family emergency plan. Number three was secure important documents. Number four, strengthen your home. Number five, stay informed. Number six, know your insurance coverage. Number seven, prepare for power outages. Number eight, protect your pets. Number nine, learn basic first aid. And number 10, stay community involved, because we're all in this together. Get to know your neighbors and create a strong community. That's the only way to do it. I hope you all have a great evening. As always, we are going to be here again tomorrow for another live. It's going to be Saturday. And yeah, I hope you all have a great weekend. Hang in there. If you have any questions, feel free and reach out. My phone number is 240-389-4846. My email is hugo@lnf.com. And my website is yourrealtorhugo.com. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Take care. And I'll see you later.